Welcome to The Amazing Spider-Man, Kraven's Last Hunt, issue 293. Let's just jump right into this comic. Okay, so the comic starts off with Joe Face's funeral. Now, if you don't read the Amazing Spider-Man comics, Joe Face is a good friend of Peter's. So, during the funeral, Spider-Man pops out just to say his goodbyes and leaves his respects. Spider-Man then swings home to his apartment after a long day and sleeps. He then wakes up from a terrifying nightmare of Kraven eating a bunch of spiders. So yeah, that's pretty freaky. To get rid of this nightmare, he goes out swinging the streets of Manhattan just to get his mind off this terrifying dream. When all of a sudden he gets shot with a freaking knockout dart. Which is strange because Spider-Man could have easily dodged that with his spider sense and his superhuman agility. But apparently, I guess he didn't think he was in danger, because that's the best I guess I got. But let's continue on. He then becomes very drowsy and gets punched by Kraven. And while he's on the ground, Kraven throws a trap net over him and shoots him. So yeah, things escalate in this comic very quickly, which is very out of control. And he basically buries him underground. So Kraven has this sort of plan, I guess, because next he poses as Spider-Man by wearing the black suit and wreaking havoc on the streets of Manhattan by basically killing people and basically ruining Spider-Man's reputation. Thanks, J. Jonah Jameson. So while this is happening, Vermin finds out about Spider-Man wreaking havoc and tracks him down. The reason why he's tracking him down is because he's getting revenge on Spider-Man because Spider-Man kicked his ass in the last fight. And when they meet, Kraven beats the living shit out of Vermin and keeps him captive in an electric cage. So this is all part of his plan. So 2 weeks later, Peter Parker is resurrected. Yeah, it turns out Peter got shot in the side of the head, which caused him to go into a coma for 2 weeks. Yeah, so pretty out of control. Then he tracks down Kraven and beats the living shit out of him, which is strange because Kraven didn't even fight back. Like he just like stood there. He's like, okay, I deserve this, which he does. Kraven, he tries to reason with Spider-Man, telling him about his last hunt, saying all he wanted to do is see two deadly cross species go at it. Spider-Man and Vermin then have a brutal fight. It gets really out of control. But Spider-Man having the upper hand in the end, proving that he's the better cross species. Spider-Man then threatens Kraven, saying, you better not hunt me again or else I will make sure I beat you even more bad than last. Kraven basically saying, okay, I promise I will never hunt you again. And since he can never hunt Spider-Man again, he commits suicide at the end of the comic. Which I'm like, what the hell? I really like Kraven as a villain, and I didn't really want him to die, but just to leave for at least a couple issues. So he commits suicide because he promised Spider-Man that he would never hunt him again. Anyways, I give this comic a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It kind of felt like a Batman comic. It was a dark side. If you ever read Spider-Man Blue, which I have, it's kind of like a 180 from this. So, yeah, I really suggest you guys go read this.